What's up everyone, it's our first day of live feed updates and the first head of household has been crowned. I did not expect it this early, but Daniel won it and he is our ex-Elvis impersonator, so welcome to Elvis Week on TV Talks with Tom. Last night Daniel won HOH at BB Fest in the backyard. He built a drum kit and he held on tight to a t-shirt to win the trump card. Oh, he had to beat out Turner and Monty so he could end up being filled with glee. Today's the start of live feeds of BB, so Viva BB Fest! Viva BB Fest! That's right folks, it's our first day of Big Brother and we have got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Alright folks, now right before we get started, if you have not already, please hit that subscribe button. It takes 5 seconds to do so. Click it, it's just down there. Click it. Click it, click it, click it. And also please hit the like button and the bell icon to get notified every single time a brand new upload goes live on the channel. Okay, let's jump right into it. So we have Daniel as the new HOH, hence the Elvis themed opening. I hope you all enjoyed that. I wasn't expecting songs this year until, well, I was planning on doing it when Daniel became HOH. I did not expect it week 1, but I figured, hey, we might not get another chance at this, so Elvis week it is on week 1, and I hope you're all okay with that. But yeah, so Daniel is the HOH, and he of course had to pick the first 4 have-nots of the season. And luckily, as you know, people are trying to, you know, become a bit nicer to each other and, you know, kind of keep the peace. We had 4 volunteers for have-nots, so it made Daniel's job a lot easier. He picked, I'm just looking down at it now, Kyle, Joseph, Michael and Monty. They all volunteered, and yeah, so those are our first 4 have-nots. I love to see the have-nots are on week 1. I just think, you know, let's grab the bull by the horns. This is Big Brother, it's not a holiday, so fantastic to see the have-nots already. Alright, now somebody who is making moves very fast and impressing me a lot is Terence. He has kind of bonded with Daniel quite quickly, I think over them being kind of family men. That is a huge bond that you can create in the Big Brother house. Family is so important in real life, and thus it's important in the house as well. When you're excluded from everybody else, if you can bond over something as important as family, then that's going to get you far. And, you know, with Daniel and Terence both being 2 of the older house guests this season, it kind of creates another bond there. And it's making me feel so good seeing that the older person is actually making moves. And I'm going to be confident enough to say that Terence, the oldest person, is going to survive the first week. I hope I'm not speaking too soon there, because Terence is definitely my early favourite right now. And yeah, I'm just very impressed that he's making moves right away and making sure that he's in with everybody. And he was up like late. I was watching the feeds until, you know, it was early in the morning, basically in US time. And Terence was still up with everybody, with all the young people playing pool and socialising, and I just absolutely love that so much. So let's go Terence, definitely impressing me socially so far. Now for some first time alliance chat, we saw Pooch and Monty. They were both in the bathroom and they were kind of whispering to each other, saying that Pooch was saying he feels good with Monty and he feels good with Kyle as well. I mean, it's a tale as old as time. It's the bros getting together, and you know, and I don't know, it's something where I hope it doesn't last, because I really can't be bothered with seeing, you know, just the same people winning the same comps over and over again. It's like they just take turns in rotation for HOH and Veto, and it makes it incredibly predictable. I don't like that at all. However, having said that, I have got nothing against Pooch and Monty and Kyle so far. They all seem like very nice guys. I did in my cast assessment, I kind of said I don't want them to be those kind of people who vote with the house and it's just the same crap every single week, and that could very well be the case, but that's something to watch. But they singled out Joseph and said that they like him too, but they feel as if he could end up rubbing people the wrong way, which was interesting because Joseph obviously fits into the bro category. So for them excluding a bro already, that's a crack. That is a crack already on night 1, so keep an eye on that one folks, and we'll see if a bro alliance actually forms. Alright, now for another very predictable thing that we probably expect to see in every single modern season of Big Brother. We saw Alyssa and Paloma talking. Now, before I get into this, they've caused quite the stir already on social media. People are not a fan of them so far, and here's probably why. Okay, so first things first, they want to create a 6-person alliance of 3 guys and 3 girls. I do not like that at all, and I know that the majority of you watching right now probably agree with me. It is boring when all the cool kids essentially get together, and the ones who aren't really huge fans of Big Brother, and yeah, I don't necessarily like that. And also they're scheming quite fast in the way that they are. For one second they were saying that Taylor's cool and she's loyal and stuff like that, and the next thing they're saying, you know, that they I think they said they want to. Okay, let me break this down. I've seen a lot of people talking basically about how Alyssa and Paloma are being those kind of it girls. I'm being very careful where I go about here because it is night one and, you know, people make judgments fast. But it does seem as though they are very kind of a little bit catty, let's put it that way. And they are very much kind of, like I say, the it girls, and they want to make sure that they are the ones who are in charge and they are getting the attractive guys on board with them to create a... Well, they didn't say this, but I get grateful vibes from it from BB21, where, you know, all the, essentially, they're not cool kids, but they see themselves as the cool kids, so they all get together, and then you see, like, the Nicole Anthonys and the Cliffs put on the outside, which isn't very nice, and I hope that doesn't happen here, but we shall see where this goes, and I'll get onto a little bit later, kind of what's been going on with Taylor as well. Okay, now let's talk about Taylor. So, and that's a lot what Alyssa and Paloma have been doing, talking about Taylor. They were in the bathroom at one point and kind of talking about... they made a reference to BB20 and they said, you know, this needs to be like, you know, when Fessy had to choose between Caitlyn and Hayley, and she said, you know, and they were talking about essentially being pretty girls and stuff like that, and, you know, saying she went with Hayley because of this and yada yada yada, and then they kept solidifying the whole thing of we like Kyle, we like Pooch, and we like Monty, basically all the cool people, and they referred to Taylor. They said we can't let pageant girl do this. I don't know, it just, and I get they've just met and, you know, whatever, but I don't think you'd see Terrence or Daniel or Nicole going around saying pageant girl. It just seems very high school kind of behaviour. I don't like it, and I really don't want to see a Cool Kids Alliance getting formed. It just screams high school to me. Come on, you're all in your 20s now, get into the real world. And I know Big Brother isn't the real world, but pay some respect to people, and, you know, you can actually learn a lot from people from all different walks of life, not just the people who were probably the jocks and the it girls in school. And I'm not saying they all were, but in terms of this Big Brother house, they are those people. They fit those roles very, very well. I don't necessarily think this group will last if it is formed, though, because of the fact that people have connections with other people outside of that may be stronger. And let's be honest, I mean, in 9 times out of 10 in these situations, the bros stick with each other and the girls just get played. I hope that again isn't the case, but Paloma and Alyssa are only getting themselves into this scenario themselves, so they've only got themselves to blame if they end up getting blindsided by the guys. Speaking of an all-female alliance, it's happened already. Will it last? Probably not, but here's hoping, folks. We could see something actually happen in Big Brother where the women dominate. It's something we've yet to see work sufficiently or efficiently or successfully, but there's a first for everything, and it would be great to see that kind of thing. So the all-female alliance, apart from Nicole and Taylor, has been formed. We'll see what happens there. I personally don't think it'll last, especially the fact, right, remember that we've got America's Vote this week with Brittany, Paloma and Alyssa. That pits them 3 against each other automatically, whether you like it or not. So 3 people within that alliance are already kind of going to be battling it out in a public vote. 2 of them are already like that and have formed a final 2, being Paloma and Alyssa, so I wouldn't be surprised if they start, quite frankly, you know, talking crap about Brittany by the end of the week, because they seem like those kind of people. Again, it's night 1. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but I don't know. There's just so many predictabilities and cliches in Big Brother that you can look at right now and go, well, that's going to happen, so let's not count that one in or that one out. So I don't know. I'm looking at all angles here, and again, it's cool to see that this alliance has been formed. Do I think it will work? Is another answer. I would hope that it can, but I don't think it will. So Alyssa and Paloma actually told Indy and Jasmine and Brittany that they want Daniel out. Let's rewind for a moment. Daniel is the head of household. On night 1, you are telling a group of people that you have just met and you have no trust with that you want the HOH out the game. Just a moment of silence to just reel in what a terrible game move that is. I mean, it's fair enough if you do it on week 7 or week 8 when you've built a little bit of trust with people, but on night 1, you've known these people for 20 minutes and you're saying that you want the HOH on the block. You can't make this crap up, but I love it because it's given us something to talk about on night 1 already, and wow, I hope this kind of gets back round to Daniel to start mixing things up, because of course, with them having the Backstage pass, I believe, because the the rules are a little bit shaky. I believe they can't be nominated, they can't vote, and they can't compete in any competitions, but they are still in jeopardy of going home. If there is still a chance that you are in jeopardy of going home, you do not let that get around that you want the HOH out. That's bad moves, but it's brilliant viewership. Now, one of my favourite moments of the evening was from Michael. He was talking about how he basically walked into the have not room and he was just talking out loud to himself and whispering, going like, "It's night one. You've got to make game talk. You are the HOH, you know." And I don't know why I'm whispering, but I'm going to do it anyway. He was basically talking about Daniel saying that he's not really talking game. And it's right, Daniel isn't talking game. However, it's a nice turnaround from Frenchie last year, because Frenchie, all he did was talk game. And I'm enjoying the fact that because the HOH isn't talking lots, it's not going to necessarily mean a steamroll alliance is going to be made on week one. If you just sit back a little bit, chill on night one, let the alliances be made, and then on day 2 or 3 you go, that alliance is being formed, let's target them. I prefer that. However, we don't know that Daniel's going to do that, but Michael makes a good point. He is definitely one of us. Michael is one of us. He loves the live feeds. He references people from old school. He is my kind of guy. I really like him a lot. He is definitely in my top 2 right now, with Terence. And he was saying, like, anyway, he's like, just breathe, I'm going to go back downstairs and I'm going to mingle. But he was saying, I really want to talk game. And I know for a fact that that would be all of us, you know, myself included. And probably 99% of you who are watching right now would want to be in there. Obviously, making small talk at first. But I know for a fact the majority of us right now, folks, would be gagging to be talking game because we just love the show so much. So Michael is definitely one of us. And I understand where he's coming from that angle. It's wonderful to see someone passionate about the game in the house. And I'm definitely rooting for him. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching, and please let me know all your thoughts. Big Brother is back and summer is here. I am so thrilled and excited. While we didn't get a lot of game talk on night one, there was enough chaos for people to start picking their favourites and picking their not so favourites. I'd love to hear what everybody else is thinking. Let me know who you are rooting for. How are you feeling about Paloma and Alyssa, because they are the talking point right now. Are you happy that Daniel is HOH? And who would you like to see him target this week? And what do you think it means, the fact that you could still be in jeopardy with the Backstage pass? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. But again, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate every single last one of you. I'm just so happy that summer's here and I can't wait to spend it with you all. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and make sure that you're staying safe, staying positive and staying healthy out there, and remember to be kind to one another. But folks, in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, do all of that good stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.